All right, good morning YouTube. Is Nick with NK Landscaping again as usual. Today, getting ready for a new job. I gotta get that out of the trailer. It's not doing us any good today, but today is Labor Day, and me and Kurt get to go labor. Sounds like fun, right? Kurt, you happy to be laboring today?
Yeah, I'm celebrating. He's
celebrating Labor Day with some labor. Good old-fashioned American labor. Doing a patio this week. Nothing crazy. It is tight access, so the yard max coming in. I gotta load up the excavator there. We're gonna start today with the tear out portion of the job. You can see the Unilock back there, so that'll come out later in the week. But Kurt's just gassing up. Like I said, I'm gonna unload the BX here and we'll get things loaded up. No fits today, he's off for Labor Day. Just the good old owners. So I will see you in a little bit. Alright, so we got everything we need for today loaded. Today's mainly just tearing out. But I needed to get all the excavator attachments ready and loaded, excuse me. The skid steer is not coming out on this job. We're just going to use it here at the yard to load all the Unilock. We have an extra pallet there. We'll break down the pallets so I can lift a portion of them with the excavator. You'll see when we get there. There's not enough room for every piece of equipment we own. So let's get moving. Okay, machine unloaded. Just brought the yard max out. I'll show you the task at hand here. They were supposed to remove this tree. They didn't. We're probably gonna have to lop some branches off of this thing. So this is an HOA here. Everything has to get approved. So the approved tree guy is gonna take this out. We're working with this patio back here. This is coming out, and this is coming out, and then we have a flagstone patio here that's getting taken out and brought down. So their property goes down the hill, and we're gonna reassemble this basically in the back. So this will be replaced with Unilock. So first thing we are gonna do here is get these trees out, and then we'll start pulling up these stones, bringing them into the back, and then setting our base excavation. So let's get set up here and get working. Alright, so Kurt trimmed these trees and then took down the two little pine guys, or whatever you want to call them. I loaded everything out with the excavator. Now I'm just going to grab these stumps out of here, and then we can start figuring out, you know, Kurt's hauling these pavers out of here, or the flagstone pieces. We'll set up our outline. It's going to be a patio with a walkway to this concrete walk. So we'll have to map all that out. But let me get these all ripped out, and oh yeah. Flagstone patio has been completely removed, along with the stump number 1, stump number 2, and then there were some was it yuccas?
Yeah.
The yucca plants right here, they had to come out. Client said that any of this can go away if need be, and we might end up doing some of that because our patio is going to come out and we don't want stuff growing in. That's the last of the flagstone. It's got to go down to the bottom, so I'll take you around back. We'll show you that. And then I pushed the brush and the trailer forward so we can take a little bit of material out of here. I don't think we'll be able to get the whole load, but it's better than nothing. So let's bring you around back. This is everything from the top patio brought down by the Yard Max. These were already here. This is a small little paver patio using flagstone. We are going to rebuild as big as we can, out and out. This is a bit of a downhill, and there's tree roots. Like I said, this is not going to be built like a Unilock patio. We're probably just going to go with 3/8 gravel for the whole base, probably 4 inches thick, because they said that this isn't going to get used very much. It's just here to use the material, versus up top, that's their main patio. That's going to get built properly with the whole 3/4 inch and 1/4 inch mix. So I'm going to bring this back up top. We're going to take some measurements and start digging for the main patio. So I've repositioned the truck for the 3rd time now, but I've got the trailer as close as I can get it. And what we're going to do here, Kurt's got the patio marked out. We're going to over dig by a foot. So the patio is 12 by 14. So that'll bring us out. Corner patio is right there. We'll over dig by a foot. Corner patio over here is like right here. We'll over dig by a foot. The goal with this patio is finished grade. It's going to slope away. Actually, Kurt, is it going to slope this way? Alright, it's going to slope this way. So we want to bring the top of the paver to the bottom of this trim. Before, it was sitting low, and it was an extreme step coming out of the house, which we want to eliminate. The clients here are a little elderly, and reducing the step would be great. So patio will be level with the bottom of this trim, and by the time we get over there, it's going to slope down. So we're going to start by taking all the sand out of here. We don't want any of this sand in our base, so if we have to over dig and bring in extra gravel, that's what we got to do. We just want to get the sand out of here. It's just not a suitable base material for the open graded base that we use. So let's start digging. Shouldn't be too much to get this out of here and put it in the dump trailer. that'll do it for the day. All parked up. Would say for the night, but it's not even lunchtime. We got a lot done pretty quick. Whole thing is excavated to grade. Still need to compact everything tomorrow, but we don't have the compactor. We are at maximum capacity on the trailer, so we'll take this home, dump it, call it a day, enjoy the non-labor part of Labor Day. So see you here tomorrow, guys. Okay guys, we are back on site for day 2. Everything's right where we left it. We're here today with, we got 5.5 tons of 3/4 gravel. It doesn't look like it for this area, but we have to come up a lot in the back because we're going to be meeting the house in the back. So we're actually going to slope it this way. We were going to slope it out towards me, but we're going to slope it right towards the walkway because there's fall from the trim to the walkway there, so it just makes more sense to do it that way. We're going to get the laser set up, figure out what we need to do, compact this real quick, and then you know, get working. So let's get set up here and I'll bring you in a second. So Fitz is making his way around compacting. It's really nice that we have that item 4 base there already. That's going to compact really well. We have our laser set for slope, and we're going to be doing our 6 inches of 3/4 gravel. It actually worked out pretty good. Our excavation was pretty on the money. So once he compacts all that, we'll start putting in our 3/4 and getting that to grade, raking everything out. And then once that is to grade, we can get some 1/4 inch, lay that down with our screed rails, and get everything screened out really nice. We're not going to be laying pavers today. That'll be tomorrow. Like I said, this whole week is going to be in the 90s. So by the time, you know, 1, 2 o'clock rolls around, it's going to be super hot here, super humid, super nasty. And it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to try to keep working in those temperatures when you can just push it to the next day and be a lot more productive. So let's get compacting and get spreading some gravel. So this outer section right here and through here was all a new dig, so there was no item 4 there, and we were not able to get good compaction on that, being that it was a mostly sandy material. So what I did was I put down a really thin layer of the 3/4, because that's something that the plate compactor can ride on top of much easier than that dusty material. It just kind of bogs down. So we got that in there. Now he can pack that in. It's only a really thin layer because we want to get good compaction of the natural base, but that's helping out a lot. So once he gets that fully compacted, we'll start doing our lifts and packing that in. So it should go really quick once he gets this compacted. All right, 3/4 inch base is in and compacted. That 5.5 tons that we got was perfect. That was the only excess that we had. We're keeping that just in case. We have a nice slope towards the walkway, so we're gonna go get our 1/4 inch, and then we can get this base in today. That would be awesome. All right, we'll see you in a minute. We are back in town with our 1/4 inch, looking good. So we got to set up our screed rails. We reset the laser to our slope again. Set these babies so we can start spreading 1/4 inch, starting at the house so we don't trap ourselves, so we can work our way out. All right, laser is now set for top of pipe. So we're gonna start spreading 1/4 inch, starting at the back, working our way out, getting these pipes nice and leveled and everything screeded out. All right, 1/4 inch is going in great. We pulled that rearmost pipe to use right here. We were literally like 1 or 2 pipes short. We should have grabbed a couple more. I mean, that's all the 10-footers we have. I think we need a couple more of those. But everything from there to there is level and about out to right here. Now we just got to do this last section and this last section. So what Kurt's doing now is for the end where we meet the walkway, we're going to use an existing brick to set the height, because this walkway actually slopes downhill towards the front door there. So our laser level is close, it's going to get us really close, but to get us perfect for the walkway transition, we need to set these 2 pipes right on the end where it meets the walkway. We have to set that using a brick. Now you got to remember, when you compact, even with open graded base, the brick is going to settle just a little bit. In the past, they used to say you want about a 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch of height above your finished grade with your brick, because once you compact it, it'll settle. We find that with the open graded, it's a little less than 1/4 inch. It's really between like 1/8 and a 1/4 that you want to set it right above. So we're gonna get those leveled out, make sure that that end hasn't shifted and that end hasn't shifted, and then we can finish out the rest of our screeding here. All right, guys, we got the excavator parked. We got blockage to hopefully discourage anybody from trying to walk on this overnight. I don't think it will happen, but it's more for, I guess, just keep people out. We did have one occurrence where a bear walked on a patio one time. We literally left it overnight. This is before we were using 1/4 inch, and we came back the next day and there were bear prints all the way across the patio in the sand, and that sucked because we had to fill every single divot in. But the 1/4 inch stays a little better. We left the rods in place, so that means tomorrow if we come back and someone has walked on it or the branch snaps off or something, it's easy to rake back out. But we are done for today. Pulled a nice half day. This heat is just too much, and it doesn't make sense to continue trying to work. You don't think well in the heat. So we're gonna go home. We gotta go get some supplies, so I guess we're not done, but done on site. So see ya here tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm back on site this morning. We have our Unilock in the trailer. So the first 2 pallets on the outside here are the Treo that we're going to use. So it's Unilock Treo. The Beacon Hill that we use for almost every job. This is just a smaller version of that. It looks almost exactly the same. It's the same, square, large rectangle, small rectangle type deal. And then all the way in front of the trailer, we have, is that also Treo or Holland? Holland stone. So those are just regular brick shape in a darker gray color. So that'll be our sailor course. That will go on the edges and it will kind of encapsulate the patio. So we get the excavator started up, get the pallet forks on, and we're gonna load what we need onto that pallet, and I'll swing it around and we'll start installing. So we're gonna be pulling the pipes here in a minute. We're gonna start at the walkway and work our way towards the house, following parallel to that wall right there, coming out right about here and working our way into that back corner. So let's get started here. All right, Kurt's starting to lay out our bricks here. You can see our sailor course around the outside. We're gonna try something new that we've never done before. So in the corner, In the past, we've just run this same running line to the end, and then as we go towards the house, we would start a new row right on the front face of that going up. We're gonna try a 45 in the corner. I've seen it done in pictures. I think it looks nicer. So marked out my bricks. I'm gonna make some cuts here, and then they'll start laying. So let's get to it. So this is exactly what we're talking about. If you do this kind of, I don't know what you want to call that, but it looks better than if you just continued this running line out and then started this that way.
I still need that other brick for over here.
Oh yeah, he needs one more brick. So like I explained, we're working down this corner of the house. So that's gonna help us establish a square corner. And you don't want to start building out here, because by the time you meet the house, you might be at a square. So you build straight in, and then we'll start building over at that corner, and we'll kind of fill in this way at a diagonal. Or else it's just, these blocks are never perfectly square, these houses are never perfectly square. Nothing ever works out right if you don't pre-plan. So like I said, we'll work into this corner, and then we're working out of this corner. And part of that reason, we could have started in this corner and then we could have worked out, but that would have ended up with cuts at the walkway, and we don't want that. You're most likely going to be entering this patio from the walkway, from the front door, and walking in. So the first thing you're looking at is when you transition onto the walkway. You don't want to see cuts. Versus over here, there's an overhang on the house a little bit. The siding sticks out and hides some block. Plus you're stepping down. You're not going to be looking at those cuts nearly as much. And we're ending up with like a 4 or 5 inch, what is it, almost a 6-inch slice of a cut. So it almost looks like a full block. It's working out really well. Building our way into our corner. We're going to go out towards the gutter. And once we get this corner, we'll work out from there. $12.32. Patio is installed. Now it's not done, of course. We still have to cut around the gutter here. We gotta put filler pieces in, and then we need to go down and align a lot of different bricks. Since this was such a tight area, you know, you got the excavator in the way. It was hard to build everything perfectly straight. So we're gonna have to go in, tickle a couple bricks left and right, forward and backward, just to get everything aligned, especially these edge bricks. Might be able to see how kind of wiggly that is. So we'll straighten that out. This is the Treo permeable version, so I might not be able to pick it up on camera, but the spacing between the bricks is a bit bigger than normal. The nubs they put on the side of the pavers are like double as wide.
Normally they're about 1/8 inch, and in this case they're 1/4 inch, so it's double.
So yeah, normally they're 1/8. This is 1/4 inch spacing, which is great for permeability, even though we're not doing a permeable install. We're putting poly sand in, which seals it off. But that bigger nub on the edge makes for a harder install of like a soldier or a sailor course. We're gonna do some alignment, then it's time for perma and poly. Kurt's gonna go over there, mark out around the gutter for me, and I'm gonna start trimming those blocks as well. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try my best to try to do a round one. Let's see what happens. Coming down to the final finishing touches here. We're just raking out our poly sand. About to hit it with the compactor. The perma edge is in. It's looking really nice. Can't wait to slap it with the compactor and really set it in. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. All right, I'm not gonna go walking on it because we just wet everything down with the poly. I just blew everything off. Did one final coat of water. If you walk on it, you make little foamy bubbles that can stain, so you just gotta be careful of that. But I'll show you more tomorrow. We got a lot more here. There's a whole nother patio down the back, but main patio's done. It's gonna get backfilled with topsoil later this week, but we are done for today. Let's see what time it is. 3:24, so not too bad. So I'll see you tomorrow. All right, back on site this morning. Just trimmed up this tree so we have access down to the back, and now I'm gonna get the excavator started up. Doesn't really need to warm up because it's 90 degrees already. I'll see if I can move the Belgian block. If not, that's just gonna stay in the trailer. We got concrete that's got to move down to the back, but we need to get back there and start stripping off topsoil for the patio. All right, so now that we're down in the back, you can see where Fitz is standing. That's gonna be our patio. I don't know what size Kurt went for. That looks like a 10 by 10. What came out from the top patio was 10 by 12, so we should have enough to do a 10 by 10, even if we have to make some cuts. Once we get all this stripped, the excavator work is mainly done. I'll be able to take the excavator and move it over here. Kurt and Fitz will start putting the Belgian block together. I'm gonna go get the 3/8 stone. So let's get digging here and just get this stripped off. So down here we have everything excavated. Kurt is now packing in what was there. We didn't really do a whole lot of excavation. It was mainly just stripping that topsoil and roots. As you saw, there were a lot of them. So I'm bringing the excavator up and out of here for now, because when I get back with the gravel, I'm gonna have to load everything in the yard max. So I'm gonna get this thing crawled up the hill again. They're gonna work on Belgian block while I'm gone, and then we'll start to put this patio in. Alright, so I haven't been filming because it's hot and we're cranky. Base is in. Some of the flagstone is laid out. We still need to make a bunch of cuts. And this is why I hate working with flagstone. Every single stone is a different thickness. So you set your base and then you set your thick blocks. and all the thinner blocks have to get pulled up, add gravel, set them down, check them. I know guys set them in concrete. That's probably easier, but we don't do that. We're not concrete professionals. We are paver guys, so we set these like pavers. It's just tedious, so we're gonna go get the IQ saw, start making some cuts. Yeah, brains aren't working to their top function. Heat just takes all the brain cells and punches them in the head a couple times, so and get the saw and start cutting. So once again, didn't really get any footage of building this because it's just wildly hot. I've got a nasty headache, probably pretty dehydrated, but it's built. We're getting ready to go home. We just gotta load up some more things, and then we're gonna head out of here. And tomorrow we'll be back. We're gonna clean this up, topsoil, seed and straw. So see you tomorrow. All right, guys, it's Friday morning. It's nice and cool. It's gonna get hot today, but it's the last day of the job. It rained last night for like 15 minutes. So we had a truck full of stuff, including a lot of electronic power tools that are very expensive and not really the most waterproof. And then of course the bed's got, the dump trailer has concrete in it, so that's probably not good anymore. I ran out here at like 9 o'clock last night. Thank God the mule has a bunch of lights and an enclosed cab, and I tarped up the electrical equipment right as it started raining, so I got that. But me and Fitz are gonna get everything that we don't need today unloaded. We gotta dump the little bit of 3/8 stone that we have left. That'll just be extra driveway here. And we're gonna be bringing in some topsoil and then hauling out that junky load of dirt, and then that'll be it. So I'm gonna haul out the excavator too. Let's get on it. All right, we're back. Everything's where we left it. We got like 3 yards of dirt. Let's get spreading and get finished. And then I'll show you the finished product. And there goes the first load of dirt. So, yeah. Just gonna load in the yard max, use that to spread it out. Or not spread it out, but to transport it. And then we just have that little load of dirt down at the bottom that's gotta get loaded out. So we're gonna work on this here, and not a whole lot to show you, so bring it back in for the final product. That's a risky way to do it, but I guess you gotta risk it for the biscuit sometimes. I thought he was going over. All right, YouTube, we are loaded. We got a little bit of topsoil left that we didn't use. That last little bit of junk that hauled out, and the excavator loaded. Just gotta blow off the road here. But let's take a look. Everything seeded and strawed that we damaged. Luckily this was very low impact since we didn't have to move around a whole lot. So we have, so what was the final size, Kurt? 12 by 14? So we have a 12 by 14 foot Unilock Patio. This is in Steel Mountain color, bordered with Holland in charcoal. So we have our trim around our gutter. Beautiful patio with a nice slope and a walkway to the concrete walkway that was already in place. That looks really good. And then down here in the back, you can see we took out all that dirt. But back here we have a 10 by 12 flagstone patio bordered with Belgian block. So that also looks really good. They said to us that they don't even plan on really using this. It was just a way to get rid of the stones and, you know, add some value to their condo here. So that looks really nice, especially compared to what it was. But how do you think we did? How do you think it looks? 5 days, start to finish, and it's 10:40 a.m. on Friday, and we're done. So let me know how you think it looks. Would you have changed anything? We're gonna put the patio furniture back here, and then we're done. So as usual, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for checking in with us. It's always cool to show off these projects. I love stuff like this. It's like our bread and butter. We're very efficient. We've built our company over the years to handle jobs like this. Tight, quick, small paver patios. It's what we consider ourselves pretty good at. So leave a like, a comment, a subscription if you want to do that. If not, fine with me too. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one. And before I forget, where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Kurt he's getting some job photos, but he's got a channel. It's another NK channel, NK Garage. So check us out. We do, well, I wouldn't say I film occasionally, but he does most of the work over there. Films videos about tools, tool hauls, tool reviews, tool repairs, mostly hand tools like mechanics tools, but there's all sorts of stuff. So if you want to check him out too, NK Garage, I think link is in the description and on our channel, so channel homepage. So I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. All right, enjoy your weekend, or it's Wednesday, so enjoy your hump day. See you on the next one.